the greater the fall, the greater the reconciliation. Is there somebody in here, instead of shriveling up into a fetal position?
I've got to apologize because I have to brush up. My 28-year-old daughter tells me, Dad, you are old at 60. When I saw Ariana Grande on the program, I thought that was a new something at Taco Bell. Girl, let me give you all your respect. Did y'all enjoy this icon? She's an icon herself. Come on, make her feel loved and great.
So remember that Bishop Charles Ellis III? Yeah, the one who was hugging Ariana Grande after her performance at Aretha Franklin's funeral, right? So this man out of nowhere pulls her close, grabs her by the waist, and leads her to the mic. He even made some comment about her name, but what people didn't see was that while he was doing all that, his hands were kinda where they shouldn't be. You know, like around the side of her chest, fingers all up in there, real inappropriate. And it went viral, blowing up all over the internet for real. Now, hold up, fast forward to today. Word on the street is that Bishop Ellis is at it again, but this time it's a woman claims she's his ex-mistress, and she's dropping receipts left and right. She's talking about how he's been living this double life and people are losing it. Yeah, the internet is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's wild out here. All right, so let's get into the details. This lady right here, she goes by Melodic Insurance on TikTok, made a post, and I'm going to read you the caption real quick. It says, "For a long time, I feared for my life just to share my story. For a long time, I wanted to protect him because I loved him. But the more mature I grew into loving myself, I found out this wasn't love at all. It was an exploitation of my need, my brokenness, and weakness. I suffered greatly behind his lack of righteous leadership, and I am still healing and making sense of my experience. Many people judge women when men of prominence and influence prey on young women and call it benevolence. I'm ready to tell my story and how God brought me out of the counterfeit narrative the enemy wanted to plant in my life." All right, so in this post, she dropped a video, right? And it's showing Bishop Charles Ellis walking into his birthday dinner with his wife, and she hits it with this hilarious caption: "My ex-boyfriend entering his birthday dinner with his wife and children." Man, this is... You can't make this stuff up. Now, in case you didn't know, Bishop Ellis is a mega church pastor out in Detroit. He's like for real a big deal in the church world. He's an American apostolic Pentecostal preacher and used to be the presiding bishop of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World. And he's currently pastoring the Greater Grace Temple, which, by the way, was his father's church. His pops, Bishop David L. Ellis Sr., laid the foundation, and now Bishop Charles Ellis stepped right into those big shoes. Now check this. Bishop Charles is married to this beautiful woman, First Lady Chrisette Ellis, and together they've got 2 kids. So what in the world would make a bishop leave his beautiful wife and family to chase after another woman? Well, this lady who's coming forward with the story, she's saying that she met Bishop Ellis when she was 20 years old and he was 47 at the time. She was a young mother, new to Detroit, didn't have any family around, and Bishop Ellis, man, he became like a friend to her. He was there for her. He even christened her baby in his office. Now, she says that was the inception of everything. That's where it all started. She wasn't married, and look, I don't know about you, but I'm already seeing some red flags. At 22 years old with 2 kids and no ring on her finger, that's the point where Bishop should have held it down, right? Like, this is the time to be the man of God he's supposed to be, control himself. But nah, he didn't. Instead, allegedly, he went ahead and started an intimate relationship with her that lasted years. That's wild, man.
We hung out at on his boat in his office, his other house. Did you get money out of it? Yes. Yep. Yep. I got other cash apps, mostly cash. He would have me lump sums of cash. He helped me out quite a bit. He actually was the one that helped me start my first business. Poems, Pillows, Prayers, etc. He gave me the money to get my sewing table and my embroidery machine. So, Yeah, I mean, at the inception of the relationship, I was happy. I was on cloud nine. I was like, I got my boyfriend. He got money. He look good. He smell good. Yeah, back then he was. No, he didn't cut me off. Yes, I knew he was married. Can you post a story time? I try to do my best. I think I should. I'm scared to be fair. Child, I'll be careful. You must know them church people don't understand. You know, church people are some of the most religious, despicable people you can find. I'm more about kingdom people. I'm into building the kingdom, and so that's part of why I'm on here. Hopefully there's gonna be some women that we can pray. I can go live and do prayer time. God has made me an intercessor. I'm an alcohol intercessor now. Yeah, if you loved him, why are you outing the relationship? Well, it's not really about an out of the relationship. Though, who print bank statements? What you mean, girl? This 2004. They would send them to your house. You can still get a bank statement if you want one. You do know that, right? Yeah, it's just I finally got the courage to talk about it. Like, it's not. He did what he did, and so it's not like I'm to blame. It do take two to tango, but at the end of the day, he's to blame for his own decisions, and I have to blame for my own decisions. So that's the reason why I can only be responsible for me. This is the wife. No, I don't know. Maybe she does, maybe she don't. Yes, I knew he was married. Yes, I knew he was married. Yes. Just like Bathsheba knew David was married. Read your Bible. Ain't nothing what I'm talking about new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. This has happened before. I thought it was cute. I didn't think it was cute. I was happy though at the time until God delivered me out of it. No, I didn't think he would leave his wife. Not necessarily. Not justifying with the old statement. When did it end? It started to die down like around 2000, right around the Ariana Grande case thing. Is right around that time when that happened. Why supposed to you effed up? Can you tell the story? Bank statements for 05. Can you do a series? Sure. 20 years ago, I kept the bank statements. I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, I got my kids' old drawings from the 3rd grade. I got my son. My son is grown, and I have his kindergarten pictures. So yeah, I keep stuff. I need to probably work on that, but yeah, I do. You want him to leave his wife? Now you mad? No, that's not true. What happened, beloved? What you want to know, Snazzy? Y'all have children together? No children together. No children together. How did it end? God ended it. I'm not bitter at all.
Alright, so here's what I'm seeing. To me, this feels like a case of a young woman who grew up without much parental control, you know? When you look at the picture, if she was 22 back then, you could tell she had her first kid when she was real young. And then after that, she had another one, and it looks like she moved to Detroit to rebuild her life. So she decided to go to church, right? Probably looking for some kind of mentorship, somewhere to find that father figure she never had. Now, Bishop Charles, being a man of the cloth and all that, he wants to play that father role, you know, doing the whole daddy in the Lord thing. She even reveals that he was taking care of her bills, helping her out financially, and honestly, she was enjoying the perks of the relationship because, let's keep it real, it was taking care of her. He even started a business for her, or so she says. And we can look at this and say, yeah, she knew this man was married. She knew he was a pastor. She knew what she was doing by getting involved with him. And we can definitely point the finger at her for that. But let's not get it twisted. The bigger person to blame here is the bishop. For crying out loud, he was 47 years old, a grown man, a preacher, a father, a husband. He should have known better. A 22-year-old woman, especially one who's had kids young, is still in a phase of development, emotionally and mentally. We can maybe make excuses for her, but there's no excuse for a 47-year-old man who's supposed to be setting an example, leading a church, and honoring his vows. That's on him, no matter how you look at it.
Okay, so let me respond to you about texts and pictures and things getting together. So this is over off and on since 2002, really, to like 2018. So I have lots of things, pictures and things like that. Like, we didn't take pictures of like intimate things because it was a secretive relationship, and so it wasn't like I was looking to expose him, and of course he wanted to keep things private, so that's that. But I do have bank statements, like he put his name on my account, but you can see that. I'm not doing this to like really like make this messy, like exposing him, like, oh, you know, it is what it is at this point. It's my story, it's my testimony of what God did in my life. This is another statement. Okay, this is 2006, one is 2004. But really, I just have a women's ministry, and so if I can help another woman overcome and learn her value, her intrinsic value, and not compromise herself for money, you know, then I'm going to help women do that. And that's what this is really about, me helping somebody else. Women need help, the people need help. And if my testimony, my story can help somebody, that's what I'm going to do. Here's another statement. I just finally have the courage to talk about it. I finally have overcome the fear of something happening to me about talking about it. We do live in Detroit. People come up missing and dying all the time. But I feel God, and I know that the Lord is with me, and I know that my story and things happen to me for a reason. So it's just time for me to tell it. I'm healed, and I want to talk about it. I don't blame him. I was in love. I believe he cared for me deeply. So this is not about blaming anybody. People are broken. They do things for different reasons. And we have to understand that. And so when we psychoanalyze things, you get to the root of things, you uncover the truth. And so that's what this is all about.
Now, at this point, you might be sitting there thinking, why does this keep happening in the house of God? I mean, the other day, it was Lovey Elias getting exposed by his mistress. And now we got this Bishop Ellis situation. You know, these pastors, they'll groom these vulnerable women, whether they're young or not. At the end of the day, anyone can be groomed when there's power, money, and influence involved. People in the comment section blaming her, saying she was an adult, fail to understand the dynamics here. The bishop had a higher authority. He had money. And with all that, it's real easy to manipulate vulnerable women into situations they wouldn't normally be in. Right now, there's no comment from the church, and honestly, I'm hoping they'll issue a statement to clear the air and let people know whether any of this is true or not. But in the meantime, what's your take on all this? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. And hey, if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel.